Okay, so we are going to be looking at grouping like terms. So we have an xy2 and an x raised to the 2, y raised to the 2, right? And what I want to do is point out something. If you have -8 and +11, that is no different from +11 in front of -8, right? Now with that in mind, let us put the x raised to the 2, y raised to the 2, x raised to the 2, y raised to the 2, right? So that's true, then we will have the same thing here, right? So we have 11x to the 2, y raised to the 2, minus 8x to the 2, y raised to the 2. Now, that's what we're going to have when we group those two together. So the result of that is going to be 3 x raised to the 2, y raised to the 2. Then you're going to have plus 8x y raised to the 2 minus one of those. And of course, any letter that you have by itself, there is a 1 in front of it. So 8 minus 1 is going to be a positive 7. So this will result in a 7x y raised to the 2. So that's going to be our answer for that part right there. So just putting that together, right? So hopefully all of that makes sense. The 11 minus 8 gave us this portion. The 8 minus 1 gave us that portion, right? So just putting that together. All right, let's talk about this. 3 times x minus y. And we have 4 times x plus 2y. Now, the beauty about doing these is that we can treat them as if they're entirely separate and then put them back together. So 3 times x, we'll have 3x. Great, that doesn't look like 1. Minus, all right, let's draw a line here then. Yeah, minus 3 times the y. All right, so we have 3x minus 3y. 4 times x, and then 4 times 2y. That will give us 4x. 4 times 2 is 8, so we'll have 8y. Right? So if we put them side by side, we're going to have 3x minus 3y plus 4x plus 8y. right? So let us see what happens in the next part of this. So what do we have here? This is the result, right? So 3x minus 3y, and then beside it, plus 4x plus 8y, right? Now again, it is our job to do what? We need to group them together now. The x's go with x's. Y's go with y's. So we're going to have 3x plus 4x plus 8y minus 3y. So if we were to add 3x to 4x, we would have 7x. 8y minus 3y, we would have 5y. And that would be our solution here, right? Now, I skipped a step, right? But what it would actually mean is that what we would get, so let's just take a look at what would happen. We would have 3x, 4x would go next to it, 8y and 3y. Now let's look at the signs. The plus 4x here, the plus 8y, the minus 3y. Now if we take a look at this, right? See that? So the y's are together, the x's are together. Now when all of that is said and done, that is how we end up with. So that is how we end up with 3x plus 4x resulting in 7x, 8y minus 3y. So this would be our final answer for part 2, right? So we did this here and we did that. All right. So we're going to move on to part 3. So now we're dealing with this one. 7a plus 4 minus 3 times a minus 2b. Now this is one of the reasons why a pretty controversial thing is not my favorite thing to do. And that's a thing called BODMAS, which is absolute rubbish as far as I'm concerned. So what is that? That is just, there we go. So this minus 3 is multiplying everything in here. So we're going to have minus 3 times, whoops, I wrote minus 3a. Minus 3 times a, and then of course, we're going to have minus 3 times minus 2b. What is the outcome of minus 3 times a? It's going to be minus 3a. The outcome of minus 3 times minus 2b, we're going to get plus 6b. Right? So now we are going to have 7a plus 4 minus 3a plus 6b. Let's just try and get that a little straighter than that. So again, what do we have here? So you have those two that you can group together. 7a minus 3a is going to be 4a. So we're going to have 4a plus 6b plus 4. Right? So let's get rid of this. What we're going to have is 4a plus 6b plus 4. And that's the end of those three. Right? So moving on from here.